Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone, the slow and short series. I'm Carol. I'm glad you've joined us today. In this series, we'll move our bodies a little more slowly, and the classes will last less than 30 minutes. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget it's free. And we'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. In today's practice, we'll explore poses for a deeper stretch. You'll only need a chair for today's class. Let's get started. So we're going to begin by moving forward in our chair and taking our feet and making sure they touch the floor and if they're grounded to the floor. So just connecting. Same thing with our sits bones. We want to make sure that we're solidly in the chair and that the hips are equally weighted. So we're not kind of leaning one way or the other. Let's flip our palms up if that feels okay for you. And just connect to that breath. So I'm going to close my eyes, and if that feels okay for you, you can join me. Otherwise, you can just soften your eyes. Begin to notice your natural inhalation and exhalation. And now let's see if we can elongate that breath. Inhale a little more deeply and exhale a little more completely. Let's do that again. A little deeper inhale and a little more complete exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And just breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. We're going to look to the right. Let's look center. And look the other way. And look center. Let's do that one more time. Looking to the right. Now maybe take your eyes, just your eyes, and see if you can look a little further over your shoulder. Let's go ahead and look center. So we're just taking that gaze a little further. Let's look the other way. And see if you can take that gaze just a little beyond that. Go ahead and look center. How did that feel? A little stretch for the neck? Okay. So the next series is mountain pose. We will start with our hands down towards the floor. If it feels okay, you're going to spread your fingers. So just a stretch for the hands. Let's release the finger stretch. Bring those arms up to goalpost arms or goddess arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades back behind you. As you squeeze your shoulder blades behind, feel the heart lift. Now we're going to extend our hands to the ceiling. So remember, if you have issues with your shoulders, you're going to leave your elbows bent, and it's fine. If it's okay, we're going to extend our hands to the ceiling, but pull your shoulders down out of the ears. Take your right hand and grab your left wrist. Lengthen up towards the ceiling and leaned. It's called a leaning mountain pose. All right, let's come back up. Now we're just simply going to grab the other wrist, lengthen, and hinge. Come back up to center and release. How did that feel? Good? The next series or the next pose is going to stretch the center of the body right at the ribs. So we're going to take our right knee and open it. So here I am. I've got a pretty good stretch in the inner thighs. Take your left hand and bring it all the way across your body. Grab the back of the chair if that feels okay for you. Lengthen through the spine. Turn and look over the back of your chair. Let's release that and do it again. Arm comes across the body, grabs the back of your chair, lengthen through the spine, turn and look over the back of your chair. One more breath. Let's release that. Bring this knee forward. And we're going to go to the other side. Let's take that left knee. Open it nice and wide. Feel the inner thigh stretch. Right hand comes across the body. Grabs the chair. Lift through the spine, crown of the head to the ceiling. Turn. Look over the back of your chair. Release. Let's do it again. Bring that arm across your body, grab the chair, crown of the head lifts, turn, look over the back of your chair. And release. Bring this leg forward and grab a sip of water. We are going to move into gate pose. So we're going to slide our hips to the right side of the chair. You can hold on right here. Extend your right leg out to the side. Keep your left foot grounded to the earth. The right foot is up on its side, so you're not pointing your toe out. You're turning so that you're on the side of the foot. If this is a lot of pressure on your knee, just bend the knee a little bit. It's fine. We're going to take the hand of the leg that's extended and take it up towards the ceiling. I'm going to bend my supporting elbow and lean. Do you feel your side waist stretching? It should feel really good. Now we're going to come down. This hand is going to stay on your leg. You're going to let go of the chair, if that's okay. Extend that arm up to the ceiling and then lean. As you lean, this hand will slide down your extended leg. Let's come up, place your hand on the chair, and do it again. Lengthen, fingertips to the ceiling. Remember, you can always leave the elbow bent. Bend this supporting elbow as you lean and feel the stretch in the side waist. Let's come up again. Opposite arm extends to the ceiling and lean. And come up, hold the chair, bring this leg in, and move to the center of your chair and take just a little break. Okay, are we ready for the other side? Let's move to the left side of our chair. Extend your left leg out to the side. Make sure this foot is grounded to the earth and your hip is grounded to the chair for stability. Make sure you're on the side of that foot. So I'm not pointing my toe, right? I'm on the side of my foot. So you should feel this outer thigh. Bend your knee if you want. We're going to lift that arm up to the ceiling. Bend your supporting elbow and lean. Come up. Opposite arm extends and lean. This hand slides down that leg. Come up. We're going to do it again. Ready? Here we go. Extending the left arm to the ceiling, leaning that gate pose. Up we go. Opposite arm extends and lean. Up we go. Come back to the center of your chair. All right, checking in. How's that feel? A little stretch for the side waist. You probably felt it on the inner and outer thighs, right? So now we're going to focus a little bit on the upper body. This is called cow face pose. Don't know why. That's just what its name is. Take your right arm and we're going to extend it out. Palm is facing back. So I'm just going to bend this elbow. See, I'm just bending that elbow. So we're going to bend the elbow and we're going to put it behind our back. Think about lifting up, right? Keeping the chest lifted so we're not letting ourselves sink down. We're staying nice and tall. Now the other hand, we're going to have its palm facing forward. Same idea. You're going to bend at the elbow. Do you see what I'm doing there? Bend at the elbow. And then you're going to bring that hand and place it in the middle of the back. Okay, so the idea here is you're lifting up and you should feel quite a stretch, not only through the chest, but also in those arms. Do you feel that? Make sure you're lifting up through the heart. One more breath here. Let's release that and just do a little shoulder roll here to kind of release any tension. Is that a little intense? It can be quite an intense stretch. So do what works, right? maybe you do one arm and not the other, or just take your time, or maybe you leave out the whole thing. It's okay too. But let's do the other side. So I'm going to extend my left arm out. Now this time that palm is facing back. Remember how we could just bend that elbow, right? Okay, so let's bend that elbow and we're going to put that hand in the small of our back. I feel the stretch already. I don't know about you, right? Remember, we want to stay lifted through the heart. So let's do the other arm. So now that palm is going to face forward. So again, bending the elbow and lengthen it, and bend the elbow and lengthen it. All right, are we ready? We're going to bend the elbow and we're going to place that hand in the upper back. Make sure you lift nice and tall. Are you feeling your arms stretching, the chest stretching? It's crazy. Just this little bit of movement here and how much stretch I feel personally. Okay, one more breath. Let's release those arms. Grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing on the right side of our chair. And we're going to face the seat of the chair. Take one small step back. Now, I'm going to hinge at my hips and I'm going to place my hands in the seat of the chair. So I'm bringing my weight forward. So my shoulders are right over my wrists. Remember, you can be up on your fists if that feels better for you. You don't have to, if you have issues with your wrists and you don't want to be flat on the hands, you can make a fist. So pick your hand placement, bring your shoulders forward. We're going to take our hand that's next to the back of the chair and we're going to extend it out. Pull your abdominals in very tight and don't let yourself sink into the shoulders. So we're lifting up and that arm is extended. I'm going to take the opposite leg and I'm going to bring that leg back with the toes on the floor. Look down at the seat of your chair. Quadruped pose. Bring your hand back down to the chair. Bring your foot forward. Bend your knees. Hold the chair and roll up. Okay, how did that feel? So if you want to give your wrist a little rotation here, we're going to do it again on the other side, and then we have another add-on. Okay? Okay, we're going to hinge forward. Place your hands in the seat of the chair. Bring the weight forward. Now we're going to do the other hand. Extend it out in front of you. And the opposite leg is back, toes on the floor. Look down at the chair. No wrinkles in the neck. Hold and breathe. One more breath. Bring your hand down to the chair. Bring your foot forward. Bend your knees generously. Grab the chair and roll up. Okay? So the only thing we're going to add to that, I say only, it's significant, is we're going to take our toes off the floor. So you'll be really working your abdominal, you'll be working some balance and lifting up through the chest if you want. You can leave the toes down as well, but let's try it. We're going to hinge forward, place our hands in the chair, bring the weight forward, extend your arm, opposite leg is back. Okay, so this is what we know. We've done this one before. Now, all you're going to do is see if you can lift your toes off the floor. Flex the foot. Push. Try to touch the wall in front of you with your fingertips. Try to touch the wall behind you with your foot. Belly is tight. One more breath. Bring your hand down and your foot down. We're going to the other side. Here we go. Arm extends, leg behind, toes are down to start with. If you want to try it, we're going to lift the foot up off the floor, flex, try to touch the wall in front of you with your fingers and the wall behind you with your foot. Stretching into quadruped. One more breath. Bring your hand down, bring your foot down, bend the knees generously, grab the back of the chair and roll up. How'd that feel? That was pretty intense, wasn't it? Deeper stretch, that's what we're working on today. Okay, so just give your wrist a little love because we're going to come back down and we're going to do one this is a new movement, but it's a little bit the same. Okay, so we're still away from our chair a little bit. We're going to hinge forward. Place your hands in the seat of the chair and bring the weight forward. Now we're going to take one leg and we're going to extend it back behind us. Those toes are on the floor. Bend your front knee just a little bit. Now I want you to rock your weight back and feel that calf stretch. Rock your weight forward. Release that. So now I'm up on my toes. You see that? Let's rock back again. The heel falls down towards the floor for a calf stretch. Ooh, I feel that. Now we're going to come up again. Release that. So my weight is forward again. Okay, now we're going to rock back one final time. And then I want you to turn and look at that back foot. So there's a pretty significant stretch through the side waist. I feel my hips. I feel my calf. A lot of stretching. Let's come through back center. Bring that foot back up. Grab the chair and roll up into standing and checking in. Did that feel okay? Because we're going to do the other side now. And remember, if your wrists are beginning to bother you, come up onto the fists. It's fine. The other thing to think about is pulling through the abdominals and lifting up so you don't have a ton of weight on those arms, right? You're using the core to help. So let's do the other side. So we're going to roll down, hands in the chair, bring the weight forward. Bring the other leg back. So I'm bending my front knee and those toes are back behind. I'm on my toes. Okay, are we ready? Let's rock our weight back. Do you feel that heel falling down towards the floor for a calf stretch? It doesn't have to touch. The heel doesn't have to touch. Let's come forward onto those toes, the back toes, and let's rock back again, feeling that back calf stretching. Let's come forward again. Okay, are we ready? So we're going to bring our weight back. That calf is stretching. Now I'm going to turn and I'm going to look over my shoulder at that back foot. Now I'm getting stretching through the hips and the glutes and the legs and the side waist. I feel a lot of stretching. One more breath here. Go ahead and come through center again. Back foot comes up. Bend your knees. Grab the chair and roll it up. Let's come to seated. And grab a sip of water. So we're going to move forward in our chair. And then take just a heel and a toe of those feet, just a little bit wider than hip distance. So we're going to move into a seated forward fold by simply beginning to hinge at the hips. Let's put our arms, palms facing up, on the legs here for some support. Now just begin to let the upper body fall forward, but we're not going to tuck our chin. We're just going to keep our back flat and feel the back stretch. So the lower back is getting the majority of the stretch here. I feel a little bit into the upper back, but keeping the back flat will keep most of the stretch into the lower back, and that's what I want you to feel for this one. We have one more breath. Okay, we're just going to roll up slowly here. Take a moment. We're going to do that again. Okay, so just take a moment here. So we're going to begin to let that heart fall forward. Remember, you're going to put your arms on those legs, palms facing up for a little support. So I'm lifting nice and long through my spine. I still want a long spine, and I'm going to let my heart begin to fall forward. So really extending long through the spine as I let my heart fall forward, feeling the stretch in the back. One more breath here. And let's go ahead and roll it up slowly. Good. We're going to heel toe our feet back in to where they're hip distance apart. Take your right hand and place it on the outside of that opposite knee. Your other hand is going to go on the seat of the chair. I want you to bring that elbow back, turn, and look over that shoulder. Okay, let's release that. And then we're going to go the other direction. This hand is going to go on the outside of that knee, opposite hand on the chair. Bring the shoulder back. Turn and look over that shoulder. One more breath and face forward. Okay, so you can keep doing that again. If you want a little bit more, I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to cross it over my left. Now I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to bring it on the outside of that knee. Opposite hand is going to come to the chair behind me. Lengthen through the spine. Now if you want, you can pull a little bit, press into that leg as you twist. Pull this shoulder back, press, and you might get a little deeper twist. A little deeper stretch into the side waist. One more breath. And face forward. And let's do the other side. So I'm going to bring that leg down and cross the other leg on top. Opposite arm comes to that knee, the other hand back by the chair. Lift, pull the shoulder back, twist, and I'm pressing against the leg a little bit, just for a little more stretch. One more breath. And face forward. Okay, so we're going to move into seated pigeon. You can stay here with this knee like this, or you can cross with the ankle in front of that knee. Lengthen through the spine and begin to just let the heart come forward. Super gentle. Are you feeling the stretch here in your hip and glute? I am. Let's come up. And then we're just going to flutter the butterfly wing here. So just move that knee up and down a little bit. And we're going to do that again. Lengthen nice and long through the spine. And maybe you let the heart fall forward. The other thing you can do is press gently on this leg if you want. Just another way to get a little deeper stretch. One more breath. All right, let's unravel that leg. And we're going to go to the other side. So remember, you can be here if that feels better for you, or you can bring that ankle on top of that opposite leg. Your choice. We're just hanging out here for a couple of breaths first. And then if you want a little more, extending nice and long through the spine and beginning to let the heart fall forward. So super gentle though. All right, let's come up and move that up and down just a smidge. And then let's do that again. Don't forget to lengthen first through the spine. Keep a nice long spine. Then begin to let the heart fall forward. And if you want to press gently on this leg, you can. You should be feeling that hip and glute pretty substantially. I do. One more breath. Okay, let's go ahead and unravel that leg. We're going to sit back in our chair. Place your hands lightly on your thighs. Flip the palms up to the ceiling. Now, if you don't want to close your eyes, just simply let your eyes fall down towards your lap, not your head, just your eyes, or close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out.
Exercise your patience. Your physical health benefits from exercising your muscles. In a similar way, your mental health benefits from exercising your patience. Think of something that always frustrates you. Next time you do it, see if you can be more curious, more tolerant, more patient, and less frustrated. Being in a hurry does not add quality to your life. Being more patient does. Consider what happens when you demand to get what you desire as soon as you desire it. You cheat yourself out of the valuable anticipation and appreciation for the good things coming your way. Be patient with people, and everyone benefits more from the relationships. Be patient with new situations and enable yourself to realize their full value. Choose to exercise your patience. Discover how strong and useful you can make it.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. A deep breath in. And on this exhalation, open your eyes. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with your right hand. Give the head a gentle tug, pressing the other hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that opposite hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. If you haven't already, click on that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.